Nicole here, and this is our first day in Costa Rica, and I just wanted to shoot a quick video for you. This is our amazing view that we have from the place that we're staying. We're actually staying on the property of a church here in Granadilla, which is just outside of the capital. And we have a lovely, what they call is a pastoral housing or a missions house for visitors when they come by. It has a nice little apartment, and it's so amazing just to be here. The reason that we're here is my husband, who's a pastor, he's going to be speaking in a pastor's conference this morning in about 90 minutes. So that's why I'm all dressed up to go to church. And then we are going to have more services over this weekend. And then Monday and Tuesday, we're hopefully going to take a little 2-day break and enjoy some time looking at the thermal waters. Well, today, before we get started, I just wanted to share with you something that impacted me on our way here. So as we landed in Costa Rica, we had to go through customs like everybody does. And on the wall of the customs area, where we were at for a whole hour, where I was so happy I had my essential oils to smell and my noise canceling headphones so I could relax for the whole hour and get motivated and about our trip. I saw on the wall a sign. Now it wasn't an advertisement. I think it was by United, and it was in Spanish because we're in Costa Rica, and it said "Nadie puede ocupar tu lugar," which means nobody can take your place. And what they were trying to say was that nobody can take your place because we're not going to oversell the seats on an airplane. And I'm like, yeah, but that is not what that means to me. When I read that, I was like, nobody can take your place. And as I was listening to my noise canceling, in the zone with my noise canceling headphones and my essential oils, and trying to think about how I can be motivated and how I can give back for 2019, because part of what we want to do on Monday and Tuesday is some planning, some goal planning for 2019 and the future of our company. As I started to think, nobody can take your place. Nobody can take your place as a mother. Nobody can take your place as a dad. Nobody can take your place as a son or as a daughter or as a business leader. You have a message for people. You have something that you can contribute to people, and someone else may be able to do something similar, but nobody could take your exact place and do it in the way that you can do it and impact the people that you have an opportunity to impact. Just before we left, I was speaking to one of our new ladies in our church. Her name is Adriana. Adriana has been in our church maybe 6 months, and she's got 3 adorable children that come to church with her. She has 5 kids, and she was telling me, and since she's come, when we first met her, there has been a huge change, and I did not realize how much of a change that the church has made in her life. And she was telling me how before she started coming to church, she was in her house all day long, sleeping in her bed, never getting up, never taking care of her kids. Maybe she would take them to school, and then she'd come home, and when they would come home, maybe there would be lunch, and if not, they'd have to wait for her to make it. And she was basically really, really depressed and not taking care of her kids. And now that she's been coming to church, she's always happy, she's always smiling, she's always, her kids have a new mother, but she was telling me how she feels bad that she can't contribute financially to the needs of the church because she doesn't have any money. And she was sharing with me, and she wasn't asking for anything, but she's sharing with me how she's just bought some beds for the kids, because before they were all sleeping on the floor with nothing, but now she doesn't have mattresses for her kids, but she's fine because she put down some cardboard on the beds. And I'm about crying as she's telling me this story, because she's like, I feel bad I don't have more money to give. And I'm thinking in my head, I feel bad, I did not know you didn't have beds. Now she has beds now. We call them colchonitas, some thin mattresses for temporary until we can help her out more. But I was like, you're telling me you feel bad because you can't give financially? And I told her, you know, you do give, because she does. You give with your two hands. You have a role to play. And when she comes to church, she's the one that is in the kitchen, and she's cleaning, and she's helping, and she's got a big smile on her face. And it such blesses my heart to see her giving and playing that role. And that just brings us back to what we're talking about, what I'm talking about this morning, about how no one can take your place. If my kids were the one that actually invited her to church, if they hadn't decided to just get up on that Saturday and visit that one last house and invite that one last child to church, she may not be in our church. That was a role that our kids are able to play in her life that is literally going to change her life and her kids' lives. And every single one of us has a place. We have a role. We have people to reach in our immediate sphere that nobody else can reach. And that's my challenge for you today. You may not be able to help everybody, but can you help one person today? Because no one else can take your place.